Why does it do this? Here we go. That's better. Sorry about that, guys. Silly thing. Here we go. That's better. So, I've got 15k coins. That's crazy. Definitely gonna have to buy a livery then. That's race gear, badges and cars. Yeah, in here. Here we go. Liveries. Well, I've got quite a little bit of coins, quite a few coins lying around, so we could get one. Ooh, that looks kind of nice. Don't mind that. It's pretty cool. Don't like that. That is kind of cool. I thought I already had something like that, or maybe it was different. I don't know. That's ugly. That's ugly. That I don't mind, but it's only got 2 colours on it. So, honestly, we'll run this for the next season, but I reckon we go with either the gold one or this one. That's only got 3 colours. Nah, I say we go for... Let's get this. Yeah, let's do that. Because I've got so many coins left over. Let's do that. Now, what we're also going to do... Gonna get some new suits. Actually, oh, can I get a Victory Radio call? Let's listen. So, Lewis Hamilton. That.
Come on! Now we can fight.
Yeah, not cool. I don't want that one. No. This one?
Let's go! Can I do donuts? I want to do donuts now.
Yeah, I want to get this one. I want to get this one. Yeah, perfect. Let's do it. Fantastissimo. And then I wanted to get a race suit, which we will also use for next season. That one looks quite cool. That's a bit boring. That one. Yeah, definitely that one. 100%. So we'll grab that. Fantastic. Now let's go do some career mode. Career. My team. Okay, so Bahrain today. Not a track that I like, but not a track that I'm comfortable with, which is the interesting thing. We should be fine. I think we'll be playing as Monsieur Martins again. But let's see how we go. Shoop it up to. Here we go. Alright. Load us in. I haven't put activities on. This is the only one I can do. I could do sponsor discovery or fan outreach. Let's do fan outreach, yeah, let's go for that. This is just before we do anything, just want to have a look. Engineering, nothing in here, nothing in here. Alright, let's just go straight into it.
Chief, I must remind you that we have parts fully researched that are waiting for development.
Oh, hello!
Let's get that performance.
Early talks with Mr. Jensen. This is what we want to see. Definitely go to this straight away. The team have made excellent progress with Jensen, and it's great to have the opportunity for a face-to-face chat with them. We've learned what their expectations are, and the proposed contract terms reflect extent. So 68% chance to sign. Progress talks and unlock future meetings. Yeah. Team performance scores. Score 30 points. Live stream. So yeah. So signing bonus 2.1 mil. Annual salary 22 million. Driver expectations. Fan rating of 7. 5th in the constructors. 268 workforce. Team must score 30 constructors points, or the team must pay 1.5 million to Button. Okay, I like that. So we will leave that there for the time being, and then we'll see if that progresses any more.
Following that first early meeting, in a good way, you know, Details. I'll keep you posted. It's not over the line yet.
Okay, cool. And then something here, messages. I wanted to update you on talks with Victor Martins. They're still happy to meet, but understand you're going to delay the meeting. Just to show you, we can easily reschedule. Cool, cash flow warning. And then cash flow is getting low. Yeah, we don't need to worry about that just yet. One last thing, how are our talks going with Sir Russell and Sir Hamilton? Not too far at the moment, but it's only round 4, so that is okay. Let's go advance to Bahrain. Could we possibly get points? Obviously, Vanwall have scored points before in Formula 1, so yeah, it's not going to be like, you know, we're scoring our first points. But here we go. Let's jump back in to the car. Yeah, let's see what's going on. I'm just checking one thing quickly. Someone's left me a funny message. Damn it. Wi-Fi. Perfect, that's what I wanted. Okay. Load ourselves in to the session. We're going to see what we can get done. Cool, cool. Workstation. I think we all know the drill here. Quick practice. Interestingly enough, well, so obviously it's going to be dry. What was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. God damn it. 7:30. 7 minutes 30. Perfect. And then ERS management. Just get the 100% ones in, because those are always going to guarantee us, give us points. Research points. But yeah, hopefully, honestly, like, I think the goal, I would love it if we scored points this weekend. That would be really, really good. Like, first 3 races, what happened? Button crashed, Martin's DNF'd. Second race, Button DNF'd, Martin's was like P18. And then race 3, Button was P14, Martin's was P16. So, like, we are on the up, which is good. I'm feeling points this weekend. First points back from Vanwall's retirement. Let's do some of these. 70% here. Thermal energy usage. Fantastic. We're going to go here. We're going to risk it for the big one. Ah, no, I didn't get it. I didn't get it. Okay. Oh, well. That's fine. We got a few research points, which is good. And then we're going to move straight on into qualifying. Qualifying. Let's see what we can get done. And there's Jensen on the other side. Qualifying, skip practice 3. Let's go straight for it. Why is that shaking? Interesting. So we've now got 1,600 research points in the bank. That's quite nice. I like that. Like that a lot. Let's see what we get going.
Well,
here we are, qualifying.
Down, the speeds go up. It's almost time to get underway for this shootout for the fastest time and the best possible grid position for tomorrow's race.
Fun.
Let's get on with it. It's qualifying for the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Fun, fun, fun. Please wait. A lot of black screens in this career mode. It struggles to load sometimes, but here we go. So remember, playing as Martins, we're not playing as Button for this episode. Number 7 Button, and then load car setup. Bahrain. Here we go. And Let's just go to... Actually, hold on. Have I... Yeah, okay, I've got the minimum amount of fuel in. I'm just going to let the track ramp up a bit before we go for our lap. Parc Ferme, flying lap, let's go. Let's see what we can get done. Under the lights in Bahrain, we're jumping out the way for somebody. That's an RB. But yeah, we desperately need to score points. Desperately need to score points. Oh, I'm gonna drop this down. We got a few more cars. We're just gonna pull all the way over. Let these guys go. Put down this final corner. Let's begin this lap. And out we go. Down towards turn 1. Let's see what we can get done. That's Alonso in front of us. Don't need to worry about that. Down towards the first corner. Here we go. On the brakes, there's a car coming out of the pit lane. It's Pierre Gasly in the Alpine. Oh, that's a joke. And he's completely pulled in front of us. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I'm going to hold him up as much as I can now. I'm going to be a nuisance. That's shocking. Oh, here comes Jensen in the other Vanwall. But we're going to have to return to garage because that's our lap over. We can't do anything now with a broken front wing. Oh, man. Straight away. Straight away. Can't even get one lap in. 11 minutes to go in the session. I need a lap now. I desperately need a lap because that's going to take a lot of time out of this session. But let's see what we can get done now. We're not going to have much time left. Like, do we even have time for another hot lap afterwards? Not sure how much time is left in the session. We're down towards final corner. Let's get a clean lap in. And I would hope that Gasly got a penalty for that. Whether he did or not, we'll check in a moment. But across the line, up towards 340 kilometers an hour as we head for turn 1. Hard on the brakes for the hairpin. Third gear, fourth gear. That was a really nice first sector. Pretty good. We're not even seeing Button, so he's obviously in the top 17, which is good for the team. Through turn 4 was very understeery through there. Not the best, but these curbs are all flat now. You really get to take them. They're flatter than previous games. Third gear on the way in. It's a green sector, but that doesn't mean anything because we haven't done a representative lap yet. It's over the crest towards 10. Way too early on the brakes there. I can be a lot braver than that. Out we go, get the DRS on. Use a little bit more overtake. 8th gear. And then 5th for turn 11. Ooh, a little bit wide. That's okay. Through the right-hander. 4th. Get it turned in. And out we go. Coming down to the end of this lap. I'm not sure what it's going to be. Hopefully it's not last through the final corner. Use the higher gear. Oh, got a little bit of oversteer on the exit because I hit the curve. But to the line, we're P16. Now that's something. That's nothing to complain about. There you go. Oh, and I think people are starting to come out of the pits now. We're going to return to garage. Am I going to have time for another lap? I don't know. It's going to be really close. We're just going to have to go out straight away again. Session info. There's 5 minutes to go. No, so we do have time. Going to fast forward slightly. And we're going to see if we can gain any time. So, cars coming out on track now. Flying lap. And we got one more chance. I reckon I've probably got maybe another 4 tenths or so in that lap. And I was a bit slow through turn 10 and turn 11 and turn 4, but I think I'm pretty good everywhere else. Let's see what we can do. We've dropped down to P20 now. 50 seconds to go. And let's see what sort of time we can put in. Out of the final corner. Use some of that energy. Across the line. And down towards turn 1. Lost a little bit of time on the straight. turning in earlier. That's going to help us. And a little bit of short shifting, but the 3/10 down straight away. Not ideal on the start of this lap. Third gear on the way in. It's helped us turn it in a bit more, and we've gained 2/10. Through the left-handers and right-handers. Second gear on the way in to turn 8. And we're now up on our time. We are improving. Second gear. That was a big improvement. That was a much needed improvement through the middle sector. Or at least through turn 9 and 10. Into turn 11. I cut that a little bit. We're okay though. But we're going to gain a lot of time. Obviously I'm only playing on regular corner cutting. Still want to have a bit of fun. Fourth gear into the right-hander. And out we go. Not a bad lap at the moment. 3/10 up on our time. And there we go. Final corner. Looks like it's going to be a 2.5 improvement over the line. Where are we? Are we anywhere decent? We're P20. Okay, not too bad. But hey, we're not last. So we're going to take that. We're not last.
Well, that wraps up qualifying, but
Lewis Hamilton on pole. And McLaren are dreadful. In this career mode, McLaren are just terrible. Jensen, P16. Not too bad. Bortoletto last. Any shocks? Stroll in 9th. Gasly in 6th. Now, race director, incidents. Gasly didn't get a penalty for that impeding. Rubbish. But it's a Ferrari front row lockout. That's good for them. It looks like Ferrari are on their way to winning this title, at least at this early stage. Let's see what we can get doing for the rest of this. I think it's an 18-lap race. Might be wrong. Alright, so let's go. Skip to the race. Oh no, it's going to be a 20-lap race. Let's see what we can get done. Should be a good race. It's not a track I'm quick at, but it's a track I can overtake at, so... Okay. Alright. Loading in. Loading in.
There was a race against time in 2004 to get Sakir ready for its Grand Prix debut. But today, the only race is where it matters. Right on track. Welcome to the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Yep. Let's just have a quick look at that starting grid. Let's see if there are any penalties. That's going to be a regular thing we're going to do now.
Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position. And
Yep.
it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Russell, Verstappen,
Russell in
Yuki
P3.
Tsunoda,
So he's right on form at the moment.
and Gasly, Sainz, Stroll, Behrman, and Alex Albon.
It's a bit delayed.
Piastri, Hadjar,
God, Piastri all the way down
Liam
there.
Lawson, and Norris.
Norris did have a
Button,
penalty.
Doohan, Andrea Kimi Antonelli,
Had a
and
penalty.
Nico Hulkenberg.
Interesting. So Butts up to
Fernando
P17.
Alonso, Martins,
We're not going to
Ocon,
switch
and
positions at
Gabriel
all. So we're going to
and
stay
alongside me today, Matt.
in P20.
Okay, mate, I know it's not a great position to be starting on the grid, and it also puts us slap
We're
bang
gonna
in the
do
middle
that.
of the danger zone where risk is high. So be careful, pick your battles, and let's see if we can pick a few positions off along the way.
We're going to go a lap shorter on this track. We're going to go 9 laps on softs, 11 on mediums. Taking a bit of fuel out, let's go. Let's get to it. As lights out, away we go. Wow, the game did not hold those at all. We're straight away into racing. Down towards turn 1, they're going 4 wide up there. That's dangerous. Is into the first corner. What am I going to be able to do? I'm going to try and sneak my way up the inside of Fernando Alonso. I'm up on the curb. Oh, and I bottomed out. Made a bit of contact with the Aston Martin. But I think I'm going to get through. Yeah, we are going to get through. But that was a little dangerous there, not going to lie. I don't know if I have any damage. I might have a tiny little bit. We're going to defend against Alonso through the right-hander. Return 4, and we should clear him now. There you go. But yeah, not sure if we have any damage. If I do, I'm just going to live with it for now. I'm going to have to live with it for now. Through the right-hander. Ooh, Alonso had a bit of a look. But we're up 1 position at the race start. And I don't think anyone else has damage. So, through turn 10. Hulkenberg going quite slow. He's on medium tyres. So we should have a pace advantage here. As we head down towards turn 11. 5th gear on the way in. There's Button. He's lost a position at the start to Liam Lawson. As, oh, through we go. Yeah, maybe I do have a bit of damage. I got an Aston Martin, I think, close to my inside. Not entirely sure. There he is. But yeah, I think there is a tiny bit of damage. That felt like it didn't really want to turn in much. Going through the long right-hander, which is normally flat. There goes Hulkenberg on Jack Doohan. We're going to get off the corner, see if we can get close. Hulkenberg's had a bad exit. And we're going to try and sneak past. We're going to go to the left-hand side. So it's going to be an around the outside move for the Vanwall. There you go. Squeeze it through. And there we go. So Hulkenberg struggling with pace early on. And we're going to get DRS straight away. Up towards turn 4. Save some ERS while we're trapped behind the Alpine. But yeah, maybe there isn't too much damage. I think it was just a matter of getting the tyres warmed up on that first lap. But Button has gotten back past Liam Lawson in the RB. And struggling a little bit in that first sector. Just a little bit over the crest. Second gear through turn 10. Not bad. Losing a little bit of time to the Alpine in front of us. It's not what I want just yet. I want to stay right with him. I want to get that best finish. And I think to get that best finish, I'm going to need to be in front of this Alpine early on. He's obviously quite slow, and that was much easier that time through the right-hander. So it was definitely a cold tyres thing. Out of turn 14, I believe that is, if my counting is correct. Into the final corner. Once again, some of the AI quite slow out of the final corner. Look at Doohan. We're going to get the run. Down the main straight, we're going to pull to the right-hand side. Can I get close? Lawson goes defensive. It's going to be 3 wide into the first corner. I'm actually not going to be brave enough. I'm going to have to tuck back in. It's Doohan to make the move. Turning defense into attack out of turn 1. Lawson now gets the rear wing open on Doohan and is going to try and go back through. Doohan fights it. And I'm going to try and tuck up the inside of both of them. Not going to get there. But it's a good battle at the moment, but this is starting to hold us up a bit. These guys constantly fighting. There goes Lawson. Pushed wide by Doohan. We're going to go around the outside. It's turn 8. And that was a nice move. That's exactly what I needed to do. And that's Lawson down to P18. We're up a position. And so is Jack Doohan in the Alpine. Oh, I've knocked out that bollard. That's not what I wanted to do. It's actually stuck under the car, I think. Oh no, it's gone now. But yeah, it was stuck under the car briefly there. And we're in DRS of Jack Doohan, who doesn't have now any DRS on anybody. So this is where we need to try and make our move and get past him. 0.8 of a second to Liam Lawson behind, which is crucial. He's dropping off at a severe rate. It's down towards final corner. We seem to have the straight line speed on Jack Doohan at the moment. Into the final corner. Is he going to get another poor exit? Yeah, he kind of is. Yeah, look at that. We're going to get right back up alongside. DRS open. He's going to try and cover the inside, but we're going to go there. This should be a pretty straightforward move. Oh, no, he's coming back at me a bit into turn 1. And he's going to cede that position to us there. And Lawson dropping back even more now, as he's just off the position to Hulkenberg. But that was a very good pass, and a good sequence of laps. We're up into P16 on lap 4. This is exactly what we need to be doing, and I think we're finally starting to find a bit of pace in this career mode. Wow, look at the train up here, this is crazy. Look at how many cars there are. Oh, a little bit of a snap. We're all good. But we're catching up to this train of cars quite quickly. Hajar, Button, all in it. Away we go again. Doohan is going to get DRS here. So I haven't quite dropped him how I wanted to. Well, battling. There goes Button on Ollie Behrman. Not bad there, sir. And he's going to get up the inside. That was a fairly nice move from Jensen.
Okay,
Drops the Haas down a position, but this fighting is allowing us back into it. So we're about to approach lap 5. There goes Behrman again on our teammate. Into the final corner. And out we go. Oh, a bit of a snap. There's Jack Doohan. And, oh, we got a fault. What's going on? Orange rear wing. I think that's a DRS failure I think we've got. And I'm well out of ERS at the moment. Oh, they're battling in front. Button, Hajar and Behrman. And yeah, I don't think I have any DRS. I think the rear wing is jammed shut. Not good at the moment. It's okay because we don't have the DRS on Behrman, but once we're in that DRS zone, it's going to be a problem. Once we're in that DRS range. There's a left-hander. This is where I need to save some ERS as I catch up to these guys. Button now up to 13th, so he's doing everything he can. But if there's problems, you know, with the AI in the top 10, I reckon points are on. Second gear with the left-hander.
Okay,
and out we go.
With the DRS, you will not be able to open the rear wing. We're working on a fix. Stay out for now.
There you go. So there is a fault with the rear wing at this stage, so it's not going to open. But we are within DRS range of Behrman at the moment, so that's really frustrating that we're not going to get that DRS. But we're massively dropping Jack Doohan at the moment. Gap is now 2 seconds to Doohan behind. It's exactly what we need to do, and looks like this career mode is starting to pick up a little bit, you know, fighting on the fringes of the top 10 rather than fighting for P20, which is good. Finally, it gives us a bit more action. It's across the line, starting at his lap 6 down into turn 1. They're not quite battling in front of us at the moment. I need that DRS back. The fact that it's still broken is annoying. Oh, Behrman's sliding about all over the place. Those guys are all on hard tyres in front, so not good for them. It's crucial because it's that is sort of what allowing us to keep up, because they want to be managing going long on hards, and we're going hard on we're going balls to the wall on softs now, and we're gonna save later in the race when we come in for mediums. So we're doing well at the moment. Still no DRS. Oh, a bit of a lock up into turn 10. Not what I wanted. Out of turn 10 we go. Still doing personal best sectors each lap. So that's nothing to scoff at. Into turn 11. And I'm really pushing now. With no DRS, it's just going to make passing him so much harder. Into the right-hander. Taking a slightly shallower line compared to the AI. There is Behrman. What's the gap now? 0.7 of a second in front. But they're having a big battle quite a few positions up. Right-hander. There we go. Nicely done. Very nicely done there. And down the and down the main straight, sorry. That was a personal best lap, and we've got 3 laps until we come into the pits. So I would love the DRS to be back before that happens, because I want to clear as many of these cars before I come in, because I'll be pitting earlier than these guys. I want the DRS back before we come into the pits. Third gear on the way in. And on the way out. Oh, clip that bollard there, not ideal. And save some more ERS. And it's still not fixed, it's still not fixed. Really getting on my nerves now, because I need that DRS. Be close, 7/10 of a second, now 6.5 tenths to Behrman in front. But they're battling up here, and it's a big battle as well. On the way out, 6th, 7th, and then, no, not quite to 8th. It's turning in for the right-hander. Too bad. Gaps increased slightly through that little sector. Oh, they're battling up in front. There's 2 battles going on at the moment between drivers. That's Antonelli and Gasly there, fighting in the final corner. And then there's a battle going even further in front, at the very end of that battle up there. What's going to happen? Down into turn 1, are we going to get any sort of accidents? No, doesn't look like it. But, 2 sets of cars going side by side. Button and Antonelli, Hadjar and Gasly, all going side by side through turn 1. So this is turning into a good battle. Oh, look at them, going 4 wide. 4 wide into turn 4 for the AI. Oh my god. As Button makes contact with Behrman. And this has brought us right into it. Button is going to lose out. But what do we do here? This is going to be, because I don't want to ruin my teammate's run. He's having the better race. I guess we just wait behind for the time being, but it's allowing Doohan to catch right up with us. Doohan was 3 seconds behind, it's now 1.5. So that's what happens when you catch battles like this. The left-hander, we're pitting on the next lap. Is it even worth, coming in now, going a lap longer? Probably not. There's going to be a big battle down the main straight. Gasly's not going to have DRS. Antonelli, Behrman, Button, myself all will. So it's going to be Slipstream City down into the first corner. 4th gear on the way in. And what we're going to do, if there is any damage... Oh, it's like lime green. So I'm going to turn the front wing repair off just in case it costs us that time. 3rd gear on the way in. Behrman side by side with Antonelli. We're going to power on the way out. And we're going to come into the pits at the end of this lap now. There they go. There they all go. It's going to be 2 sets of side by side again into turn 1. Can we capitalise? Maybe on Antonelli, maybe on Button. Oh, I think we can capitalise on both of them here. Button's going to squeeze Antonelli out. Going to go for it. I'm not going to get DRS though. I need Button to clear Antonelli so I can slide on through. This is really costing me time. If Button... No, Button's not going to get through. Damn. And, I'm going to get a healthy amount of understeer through there. And I've got Hulkenberg right behind me now as well. Whoa! There's a spin. Gasly spins. Okay. Well, that's made it interesting. I nearly ran into the Alpine there as he spun there. But that's going to be us up a position into P15. But can't think about that now. We're just going to have to get on with it. And we're going to have to put it into this lap. I wonder if he made contact with Behrman there. He might have done. Or he might have just spun all on his own. But out of turn 11 we go. Gap is 5 tenths to Nico Hulkenberg. And I need to have a worldy last sector here if I want to bridge this gap. Behind, as I come into the pits, there's Jenson Button, our teammate. Down towards final corner, we've got a car in the pits. It is a Red Bull. Not sure which Red Bull. There's always a lock-up from Button into the final corner. And we're going to go power on the way out, coming into the pits. Antonelli into the pits as well. And don't get a penalty. There we go. Nearly got one there. But into the pits on lap 10. So, interesting stuff. There's Lando Norris. There goes Antonelli. Williams in the pits as well. So a few people pitting early. But remember, I'm going into the mediums and not the hards.
Okay,
Are we going to be...
That was a fantastic stop.
Yes, we're out ahead of Antonelli. He must have had a pit stop error. Oh, and I can't get rid of the pit limiter. There we go.
Race on this compound.
But Alonso in the pits, quite a few cars pitting earlier than others. But we are, crucially, ahead of a Mercedes. We are ahead of Kimi Antonelli. That's really, really good. We've got a huge gap on him. And now, with a tyre advantage, at least in this early stage, we're not going to have a tyre advantage late on. But if we can put in the pace now, we should be able to catch some of these guys. But we need to warm up these tyres as well. That is the other important thing. With a left-hander. And this is going to be the most important lap of the race. Who can we make up positions on the pit crossover? Down into turn 2. Oh, sorry, into turn 10, not turn 2. And we've gained time on Antonelli on this lap. Those cold hards not doing him any sort of favours. Down in towards turn 11, 4th gear on the way in. Swinging out to that outside curb. And we're nicely through. Using that curb on the inside as well. Front tyres are not at temperature. Rear tyres are. Oh no, we're just starting to get the fronts now. Button comes into the pits now as well. We're down towards final corner. It's been a pretty average out lap. Hasn't been anything to write home about. It's not been too bad. Still got cars in the pits. Cross the line. What's going to happen? Got Antonelli behind us. Got cars coming out the pits now. There's Button. There is Lance Stroll. And we have jumped both of them into the first corner. Yeah, round the outside of the Aston Martin. Round the outside of our teammate. So we're actually going to finish in front of Jensen at this rate at the moment. But that was a really good pit stop. We're up into P15 with a few cars yet to pit. Exactly what we needed. That could, I don't think that could have gone any better. But we're having a really good race at the moment. This career mode is looking up. But yeah, this has been absolutely phenomenal so far.
The car behind's just boxed for mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre
Into
now.
the left-hander of 9 and 10. A little bit of a lock-up on the way in. Also good news, our DRS has been fixed. So if we get past, we are going to have the rear wing open. And I need to be pulling away from Stroll more on this lap because he's still got cold tyres.
No need to worry about the tyre condition
For
now.
the right-hander. But yeah, I'm not able to pull away. That Aston Martin looks a bit better. Out of the right-hander we go. Sainz coming into the pits. Carlos Sainz is out of the race. So yeah, there he is. Engine failure for the Williams. And that's not good for us because we are also running Mercedes power. That's not ideal for us, but it's okay. We're up a position again, and we've got a few cars coming out of the pits now. Is Button. Button might go past Lance Stroll here. That could be good for us. Down into turn 1. I'm going to save some ERS. We're promoted to 12th with other cars coming into the pits. Albon and Hadjar in front, and Button gets past Lance Stroll. That's exactly what we needed. Perfect. Now we've got to press on. 4th gear. Into the right-hander. And that was pretty good. And now, the question is, does Button or do we have more pace in clean air? We've got to see if we can catch up with that RB in front of us. He is on mediums. Out of the corner we go. Not too bad. There's Button. I think if he gets the DRS, we won't fight it. And we might become a little bit of a defender again for our teammates. Because I'm trying to save ERS at the moment. Here comes Button. Okay, he's not going to go for the move into turn 11. But we are gaining slowly on Isaac Hadjar at the moment. So it's what we need to do. I've gone a bit wide. Because maybe I was cheating a bit there. But it's all good. Here we go, down to this final corner. There are 2 more cars in the pits at the moment. Perfect. That's exactly what we need to get to the top 10. It's going to be 2 cars in the top 10, but down the main straight, is Button going to get close to us? There's a car coming out of the pits. It's Esteban Ocon. And no, sorry, no, it's not. It's Ollie Behrman. There he goes on soft tyres. Button goes down the inside of us. We're going to let that move happen. But Behrman comes out ahead of us, so we're fighting on the brink of the points now. But Behrman on soft tyres is not good for us. We can't, yeah, the fact that he's on softs is not good because we're both on mediums. He went on worse tyres early, so we're going to have to hope that he catches Hajar in front and they start battling. That's what we need to happen. Down into the right-hander. And, yeah, but looks like Button has the pace. We need Button to catch Behrman, and we need Behrman to catch Hajar. That is what is... That is what this race has turned into. It's turned into a game of goose chase, and our job, as Martins, our job is to keep the cars behind. Because if these cars get through, you know, we've got Antonelli in the Mercedes and Stroll in the Aston Martin, and the Aston Martin is quite quick. If they get through, I think it's going to be the writing on the wall for Button in terms of possibly getting points. So I've got to keep these guys behind me no matter what I do. Towards the final corner we go. Gap to Behrman, 4 seconds. He's right on the back of Hajar now, though. Into the final corner. I've lost touch with DRS on my teammates. That's not good. But across the line, they are fighting behind me. So that's good. Behrman throws a move on Hajar. And they're really fighting at the moment. I need Hajar to hold up Behrman as long as possible. And I need them to scrap. Moving to turn 4, does it look like? I think Hajar has lost the position. It's got a Lance Stroll looking at my inside. He's not going to get there. Hajar gets back through. And we are catching those two now. That is how much they're fighting. Oh no, Hajar goes behind. So Behrman gets that move done. And we've caught up 2 seconds in that sector. That's how much they were squabbling over that position. Button is now only 1.5 seconds behind Hajar in the RB. So is it on? Is it on for Button? It could be. I just need Hajar to keep losing pace or for them to keep fighting. And I've got Stroll all over me now. So he's making my life difficult. I'm too focused on the cars in front, but I've saved enough ERS now. I don't need to leave it in none anymore because we've basically got a full battery again. But the fact that I was able to save that and have them lose that much time is pretty crazy. Hajar is going to have DRS down the main straight. 4th gear into the final corner. On the way out, and a little bit of snap of oversteer there. Is Hajar any closer to getting back past Behrman? Doesn't look like it.
Small amount of time to the car behind. Let's keep pushing.
Onto lap 15 now, but yeah, no, Hajar has, I think, definitively lost that position to the Haas. Button is catching, slowly catching. Is it going to be enough though? I think we're just going to miss out on points today. But it's a huge bonus though. Well, it's a huge positive. The fact that we are fighting 4 points now. You know, we were so close. I think it's a positive through the left-hander. I think what we need to look at, not if we're catching Button, but if we're catching Hajar. If we catch Hajar, then we know that Button will be catching as well. Into turn 10, gap is now 3 seconds. Button is catching, so this is going to come right down to the wire. I need Button to go quicker, much quicker. So it doesn't look like it's going to be first points for Martins. Because remember, we've got to play the team game here. 2.8 seconds to the RB now. We're really closing. And we've still got, I wouldn't say plenty of time, but we've got a decent amount of time to catch him up. 2.7 now the gap. Stroll falls out of DRS range on us. 3rd gear on the way in. I've gone wide. So, a bit too brave on the brakes there. That's fine. Doesn't matter too much. I've done a personal best of the race on that lap, and it's 1.5 between Button and Hajar at the moment. So there we go. And Button is honestly, in this phase of the Grand Prix, he doesn't seem to have the pace. Not the pace that I expected him to have when he overtook me. 4th gear on the way in to turn 4. 1.9, 2.1, so it's changing all the time through the S's. Hajar isn't any closer to the car in front. Button is closer to Hajar on this lap, at least through this first sector though. That's a positive. It's going to be a 1.2 second gap by the looks of things. Into turn 10. Hajar is really slow between turn 4 and turn 10. That's where he is slow. But I don't know if Button can catch him. It's going to be so close through turn 11. Oh yeah, look at how close we're getting now. I think if the chance presents itself, I might overtake Jensen because he's catching. Oh, actually, no. I think he's within DRS. That could be within DRS range there for our teammate, possibly. Into the final corner, but he's still catching. We're both catching Hajar, so no, I think I'll hold the horses on the team orders just yet. For now, I've got the DRS button, and the gap is 1.1 seconds. That's what we're working with. Into turn 1. Oh, come on, Jensen. This is what we need. We need these points. We need to get 10 Constructors points this season to retain our sponsor, and this would be a great start. To have it in round 4 would be fantastic. He's within DRS. There we go. He is now within DRS of Hajar in the RB. Yeah, look at the gap. Look at the gap now. 0.6 to Button, 1.4 to Hajar. This is exactly what we need. He's in DRS. Perfect. Now let's just see if he can keep it there all the way to the main straight. It might only be 1 point, but it's going to be a very impactful 1 point at the moment if he can get past. Not sure if Hajar has scored points yet this season. I believe he has. Into turn 11. But we are really mounting the pressure on Hajar at the moment. Stroll and Antonelli have dropped off a cliff. Gap's now up to 2 seconds behind us. And then 4 seconds to Antonelli behind Stroll. But here goes Jensen. He's within 0.4 of a second. We've dropped out of DRS now because of the slipstream. Through the final corner, onto lap 18. 3 laps to go. But there goes Jensen. This is for points. This is for our first points of the career mode. And Vanwall's first points back. He is through. There he goes. Up into P10. And that is a crucial move for this season. Crucial. Oh, I've made a little bit of a mistake. I think I'm starting to lose my tyres a bit now. Yeah, they're getting a bit worn. But that was a huge moment for this championship. Button is up into 10th place and scoring 1 championship point.
Tyre condition still looking good.
Oh, went a bit wide. Missed that corner a bit. Now the question is, can I catch up to Hajar and get past and have it be P10 and P11? It could easily be. You know, it's not impossible for us to catch up ourselves. We're not in DRS, but we've only got 2 laps to catch up. Gap is now 1.5. That little bit of oversteer really cost me there, because I lost a second to Hajar. 5th gear. Through the left-hander of turn 11. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with Hajar, unless he's just got immensely worn tyres, but he just has no pace. No pace at all. Through the right-hander, turn 14. And out we go. Down towards the final corner. 4th gear on the way in. We're not quite in DRS, but we've got 2 laps to change that. Down the main straight. 1.1 seconds is the gap over the line. Oh, it's going to be a close finish. He's gone wide through turn 1. It's going to allow us to catch up even more. There we go. Up towards turn 4. We're not quite in the DRS. 1.2 seconds is the gap through turn 4. There we go. Not a bad run. Make sure we use all of that track. And gap is now 0.8 of a second. So we're right here, and we're looking at a highest ever career finish for Victor Martins. Button has just completely dropped away from us. Gap's now 3 seconds there. But we get DRS on this lap, and we're going to hopefully get DRS on the next lap too. We're not going to get any closer, so I'm going to take this opportunity while we're behind to save some ERS so we can deploy it all on the main straight on the final lap. That's what my plan is. 0.8 of a second. I need to be in DRS though. It's crucial that I'm in DRS on the main straight, or else it might not happen for us. There we go. 0.7 of a second. That DRS detection is at the end of this straight. There we go. And we have DRS for the main straight with 1 lap to go. So can I get any closer to Isaac Hadjar? Going to deploy all the battery. I've saved as much as I can. DRS is open as we head down towards turn 1. I'm not close enough. So he's just got the legs on me there. Second gear into first corner. Use some of that curb, although I didn't want to. Left hand up and out. Floor it as we get away. Up towards turn 4. Still close. We're going to get one more chance at DRS on this lap coming out of turn 10. And switching back. I've saved plenty of battery, so we're going to get one more opportunity. Through the S's. Ooh, a little bit of oversteer for myself. I had to get out of the throttle. Down into the turn 8 corner. Oh, I'm so close. So close. It's a blockbuster finish here in Bahrain. Into turn 10. Does Hadjar make a mistake? No, he doesn't. Charles Leclerc is going to win the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's not going to be Lewis Hamilton from pole, but down towards turn 11. Can I get any closer to Isaac Hadjar? He goes defensive. I'm going to go right around the outside. He's got worse tyres. He's just going to cover it off. I didn't have the traction on exit, but through the right hander, I might go through a desperate lunge. Down the inside in turn 13. No, not going to get there. I think Hadjar's going to take the position, and I got a big amount of oversteer on warm tyres at the end of this race. Hadjar's going to keep that position. So I nearly got him, but out of the final corner. It's going to be points for Button. Finally, in this career mode, we've got points. It's going to be a career best finish for Martins. That's us.
And that's the
P12 over the line. Didn't quite get Hadjar there at the end, but that was a very, very close finish. But more importantly, it's points for the team. That's exactly what we needed in this race. I had a gut feeling we were going to get points at the start of the season. Oh, sorry, at the beginning of this race. And we got them. 1 point for Vanwall, and we're 1/10 of the way there to meeting that sponsor goal. But woof! That was a tough race. That was not easy. But it's Charles Leclerc who's going to get a first win of the season. After Hamilton got 2, Verstappen got 1, and Tsunoda got 1. Leclerc is going to join the winners list. And, crucially, McLaren still winless in this season. So they're just massively dropping back, but it's Charles Leclerc who wins in Bahrain. That was fantastic. What a race. That was brilliant fun. Piastri finishes 4th. Good effort there. Lando 7th and 14th. Button P10. Lovely. And DNF for Carlito. Fantastic. Really, really good. Really good race. And definitely going to take that. Definitely going to take that. What I'm going to do... view replay. Yeah, just going to view replay. What I'm doing now at the end of each race is I'm just grabbing a screenshot so I can edit the thumbnail for the streams. So there we go. Here is Victor Martins. Down towards the first corner. It was a close start, wasn't it? I did have damage all of that race. I did clip the Aston Martin. Yeah, there you go. That's where we made that contact. Let's show, even with a bit of damage, you know, this Vanwall car, it's not too bad. It is pretty good. There we go. I'm going to skip all the way to the final lap of this race, because that's where the battle was. I guess that was the, you know, key feature. This was lap 20. There we go, down into turn 1. I'm just going to fast forward a bit. That was a really good battle on the last lap. It was a shame we didn't get Hadjar. It would have been P10 and P11. But P10 and P12, you know, nothing to scoff at 4 races into our first season back. There you go, around the outside. That was very close, wasn't it? We're going to go screenshot. Boom. There we go. And we're going to back out of this race. But yeah, once again, Charlotte... Actually, you know what? Let's have a quick look at the standings, because we haven't had a look at the standings all season. I guess we could check them every 4 races or so. Somehow, Oscar Piastri is leading the standings. Don't know how that happened. He hasn't won a race yet. That's obviously come down to consistency, because I know Charles Leclerc DNF'd in, what was it? He DNF'd in, I think it was Japan or Australia, and he finished like 17th in China. So not good there. McLaren lead the constructors from Ferrari, who are 5 points back. Currently, at the moment, I would say Ferrari are the favourites to win this title. You know, 3 wins in 5... Wait, hold on. No. What have we done? We've had Australia, China, Suzuka, Bahrain. Yeah, we're 4 races in, so, you know, they've had, you know, 2 wins from 4, so I think they are the favourites at the moment. Red Bull, 26 points behind. Let's have a quick look at the drivers. Lando Norris in 4th. Not too bad there. Jenson Button in 17th with 1 point. We are in P20 as Victor Martins with 0 points. But we're ahead of Lawson, Jack Doohan. And then, crucially, Vanwall, 9th in the standings with 1 point. Ahead of VCarb and Alpine. You know, it's not looking too bad at the moment, guys. Not looking too bad at all. I think we can be very happy with that. Ooh, we had 30k of repairs. I think it was because of that front wing. Not great. Fan rating has gone up big time with that result. That's nice. And then, back to Career Hub for round 5. Let's load back in.
Hey, boss, have you got a moment to look at something?
Yeah, I do have a moment to look at that. 100%. Let's just do a little bit of housekeeping before we end the stream. We'll see what needs doing. Personal facility event. Leading recruitment firm has approached us with the opportunity to enhance our corporate hiring efforts. This could help us attract top talent and strengthen our technical team, but it will require some investment on our side. So we could run the campaign or decline. Oh, let's do it. Let's run a hiring campaign. Don't see anything wrong with that. Let's just add some activities. I've only got another 2. Let's do sponsor discovery. And team owner, so messages. There we go. Gaining loyalty with our sponsor, which is good. Yeah, let's increase this one. Let's do some corporate stuff. Go to activities. What do we got? I don't know. Oh, training program. Owner training. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Good. What's fan rating saying at the moment? Damn. Harsh fans. Next fan award is 100k. Alright. That is going to be it. Hopefully you all enjoyed this stream. Take care. Make awesome choices. I'm going to see you all later. So, take care everybody.